Let's practice our CSS we've learnt by styling the article and landing pages that we wrote for the HTML part of this course. You need to open the article.html and landing.html file in a browser. It already has some styling. Let's open up the DevTools and inspect it. As you can see, we've already got some margin and some font size on these elements. Let's add our reset CSS to strip away any styling so we can start afresh. We could also use normalize.css here, as that keeps styling but makes it the same on all browsers and devices. So we know when we add a margin, it will be the same margin to start with. However, I always recommend reset to beginners, as it means all the styles you write allow you to start from a blank slate and you don't have to have the added concern of other styles interfering. There's enough to remember at this point. You can find the reset CSS in the project files. It's already there for you, but I'm going to go to the website, and here is the CSS that we need to reset our styles. So if I copy this, just the CSS, and add it in to our reset CSS file. Now we have to include this file in our HTML. We can use the link element in our head of our HTML to do this. As I've saved the file, we can see how the style has been stripped away from our page, allowing us to start afresh. Let's include our own CSS file as well. There's a style.css file in the styles folder. Let's add that to our CSS. We need to do it underneath reset CSS. Otherwise, anything from reset CSS is going to come last and be applied first, and thus override the styles that we want to write in our style.css file. Now we don't have anything in our style.css file yet, so let's write something really obvious so we can see that it's working. Great! If this isn't working, check the spelling of your CSS files. Make sure that they're in the correct place in your HTML file, so they should be added within the head here, and make sure that they're in the correct place in the folder that you're working in. They should be in a folder called styles and be called style.css because that's the file that we've included. Make sure style CSS is also after reset CSS in this head portion of your HTML. Once that's working, let's do the same thing for our landing page. As the article and landing page are in the same place in our project folder, we can just copy and paste these two links that we have just written. Let's check our landing page. Great, that's got a background red as well. Notice how we're sharing this one CSS file, this styles.css. We're not going to be writing a different CSS file for each page. That doesn't make sense, as they're both part of the same site and share one design, even though the content and layout differs. In the next video, we're going to take a look at the design and start writing some CSS for both pages.